What is Guanin, peeps? What is Guanin? It's Valerie's Naturals Oracles. Grand Rising, good afternoon, good evening, good day, wherever you are. And I'm excited because I haven't done this in a very long time. But I am going to do a pick a card. So, as you can see, in front of you there is three decks, there's three cards, there's three stories, there's three whatever. I mean, I'm into the number of three. I believe in the number of three. So the first pile has the rose quartz, which is about love, but story is not necessarily about love. I'm trying to focus on the collective today, and not on any counterparts or what is going on around them, but focus on you, collective. So the rose quartz is here because it could be to do with love, but maybe not. The second pile is the amethyst pile. Now, you know, amethyst is about calmness, it's about relaxation, it's about meditation. It's there to calm you and soothe you. So maybe that's what that's about in number two. And pile number three is the tiger eye. Now, the tiger eye is always going to be about protection. So we're going to find out, collective, what this is going to be all about. Three piles, three stories, and see what comes out. So I'll be back, peeps, but don't forget to like, comment, share, show your appreciation. Get down with the get down. Let's see what's going on with pile number one. Okay, so we've got pile one here. We're going to find out what this is all about. But I thought, first of all, that I'd pull some cards in reference to you, maybe spiritually, emotionally, physically, whatever you're going through right now. And I've pulled quite a few. One is on your shadow side, what you maybe need to work on your shadow side. One is more of a positive message, so you get the balance, the dark and the light. One is a money message, and one is an angel message. So let's get into it, shall we? So the very first card that I pulled is your protection message. I call it a protection message, but it could be your shadow side. And this one is called Guardians. Now, immediately, do you see those three dogs? Do you see that? It's kind of like, do you need protecting from something, or do you feel like you need protection? By the way, if you're interested in the numbers, it's a number 9. Okay, but we'll get into that in a moment. Okay, but it says guardians here. It's like you're protected and guided in some way. And I don't know why this is here, but we'll soon find out, shan't we? Let's see what the second card is. Now, the second card is always going to be about positivity. And it says here, I focus my thoughts on abundance and gratitude. Now, immediately, I'm getting a message here with the two cards together. The guardian is here is for you to walk in silence. Just know you are guided and protected. And whatever you're focusing on right now is for your highest good. I say what I say is because maybe you're focusing on your creativity. You're focusing on something to better your life, to better your circumstances. But let's see, because this is deep. And already we've got the number 9 here. And what number is this? Number 19. 1 and 9 is 10. See, that's a progression already. Oh my goodness, 9 and 10. It's like a progression. It's like a movement forward. Guard what you have. Think about what it is that you want to produce, what you want to focus on, what it says here. So now we're going to get out an angel number for you. And we've got the number 71 here. And it does say health. Okay, but 71, if you add 7 plus 1, that's 8. 8 is this year's number, the number 8, the dragon year. Okay, and number 8 is of one of two things. It's about wealth. And it's about karma. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and there's a progression. Look, if I put it this way, there's number 8, 9, 10. Okay. Oh, wasn't expecting that. That's deep. That's forward movement, collective. So I've got your last message, which is your money message. Law of attraction and money, or you can call it a career message. And it says here, shortages of time or money are perceptual. Interesting concept. It's the number 56, but 5 plus 6 is 11. See, this this spread. Somebody needs to hear this message because it's nothing but forward movement, progression, and protecting your energy, your space, protecting your creativity, protecting your ideas. I don't know why this is coming up, but we're going to read this message, okay? It says, if you are feeling a shortage of time or money, your best effort would be to focus upon better feeling thoughts and do more things that make you feel good. Your time is a perceptual thing, and even though the clock is ticking the same for everyone, your alignment affects your perception as well as the results that you allow. As you observe the enormous differences in the efforts that people apply and the results they achieve, you have to conclude that there is more to the equation of achieving than action alone. It's like, are you putting too much focus on something? Are you putting too much energy into it? Or is it that you need to find a more effective way of doing it? But either way, there's a progression, there's forward movement. It's like, focus on it. Focus on it. I focus my thoughts on abundance and gratitude. Now, is this what this message is all about? Because definitely there's forward movement here, and I keep having that in my head. 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 is that twin flame soulmate soul tie situation as well. Wow. For that to come out, is that you have a mission. It's almost like you have a mission. It's almost like for this pile number 1, it's almost like, because if you're into the twin flame journey, you know that although it's love that brought you together, it's about a mission that you should be on, your purpose. And it's usually to do with community, to do with helping with people, to help to, just be that empathetic person, that high priestess. But this is definitely a progression. Anyway, let's find out why this is here, because I'm trying to focus on the collective and not on counterparts today. But that is a side note for somebody. 11, it could, and the rose quartz. I've decided today to burn a white candle for this pile, but I might change if it runs out, okay, to a different colour for the next pile. But let's see. Anyway, let's get some cards out and figure out why this message is here for you. Because the message I'm getting here is that you need to protect your ideas. You need to protect what you're doing. Don't talk to anybody about what you're doing. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that sometimes we put a great effort into something and it's more about efficiency. It's more about efficiency, but this is talking money here. This is all about money here, but that could change. I mean, it could be just simply that you are going on a mission, but I can keep talking about this, people. Let's go. Let's find out why this message is here. Holy Spirit, holy angels, thank you for your guidance, protection, assistance, guides, beloved ancestors who love us unconditionally. Please give us the message for this actual collective who has picked this pile. Please give us the message. We're into pile 1, and it is the rose quartz spirit. Now, please give us the message. What does this pile need to know in reference to the situation? What is going on here? Because this is talking about protecting what is yours, focusing on your creativity, moving forward, and doing it in a more efficient way. So maybe that's got a lot to do with it. Is there love involved in this too, Spirit? Please let me know what's going on, because remember, this is current futures energy. But it's when you pick up this message is when you're meant to hear it. These messages are timeless, people. A card just dropped out. You see immediately the 6 of Cups. This is about somebody from a previous life, somebody who's thinking of you, collective, somebody who is may even be in the back of your mind, or somebody you've never even met, because this is about a soul tie, somebody you may know from a previous life, but it's kind of like maybe you've not even met this person yet. But that's a side note, because I don't take dropouts. That just fell out. That might be a message that somebody needs to hear. But do you see all these things? Somebody's reminiscing about all these things that's here. But let's see what's going to come out. So Holy Spirit, please give me the message. Why is it that you're on this mission? Please give me the message. Please give me the message. Thank you for the collective. So let's get a message out for the collective. So the first card, that's the 6 of Pentacles. Now, I don't know if this deck is in reverse. Let me see. Yeah, it was in reverse. So this is the 6 of Pentacles. First of all, already it's about money. This is definitely a money orientated read for this collective, but let's see what else. But it could be quite balanced. Three of Pentacles, partnership. Oh, what else is coming out here? Then we've got the Ten of Pentacles, ultimate stability. For Two of Pentacles, juggling a lot though. See, this is the message. Whoever this is for, okay, this is a very money orientated message for some reason. Here's what I'm getting here when I'm looking at this spread. Okay, hope you can see that. Okay, let's just move that up a bit. When I'm looking at this, it's almost like you need to protect your ideas and stop talking about them. Maybe once upon a time you was one of those people that was really gullible, that was always talking about what you was doing. Always talking about what you was doing. And it's kind of like, yes, it's about balancing about your energies, but this could also be about give and take. Somebody may want to give and take with you now. That's a side note for somebody. This is very career money orientated though, because now we've got the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is always going to be about togetherness, partnership, entrepreneurship, working together. The Ten of Pentacles, there's a lot of, there's a whole lot of, all of this is Pentacles. All of this is Pentacles. It's a very money orientated situation here. And what I'm seeing here for this pile is that the Ten of Pentacles, you're going to get to your ultimate stability. You're going to get to your ultimate place in life where you want to be. Sometimes the Ten of Pentacles talks about family as well. Is there somebody you're going to meet? This is a side note, but is there somebody you're going to meet along the way that is actually going to be doing the give and take with you, who's going to be in partnership with you, who's going to help you create this ultimate stability? Is it a twin flame or a soulmate coming in for you? But what you've got to realize is the juggling is not going to do any good. And this is why this money message is here. Stop doing too much and get more efficient. There's ways to be more efficient in what you're doing. You get what I'm giving, collective? Let's go to the future energies and see what else is coming out here, because I'm getting that this spread could be for the next 3 months. Today is the last day of February. So we'll say from the 1st of March onwards. This is like a 3-month spread for you. What's going to happen in the next 3 months? And the next 3 months is there's money coming in for people. But you've got to protect your ideas. You've got to focus and get more efficient with it. Okay? It's almost like there is the balance. You have to find the balance and work on whatever it is, this creative endeavor, because it's going to create nothing but your ultimate stability. But you've got to learn to stop the juggling. Let's see what's in the future energies. Here we go. We've got the Death card here. I don't even know what's at the bottom of this deck, by the way. It's whatever comes out, comes out. But I'm seeing here, it's kind of like find new ways. Find new ways. Put the old down and start with the new. Do you notice this is a family situation as well? There's 2 messages here. Walk away from what doesn't serve you. Walk away from what doesn't serve you, collective. And when I say that, it's your old way of thinking. Because here we go. Here's the boss bitch. Here's the boss bitch. Because you are that empress. You are that empress who is the one that will create their actual life that they want, create the stability they want, because the empress is all about creativity. It's funny that card's come out, isn't it? She's all about the creativity. Anyway, that was the message for this one. There's 2 messages here. One is about your creativity, what you should be doing, what you should be thinking, be more efficient. Some of you come to it's almost like you've come to a roadblock, some of you. The first message is protect what you have. Don't talk about what you're doing. Walk in silence, collective. Focus on what you're doing. The second message here is that you've got to get more efficient. You know, doing the same thing and expecting the same results is not going to work, is it? Do you know what I mean, collective? And the third thing is that there is somebody that on your journey, on your mission, on this situation is going to come in and maybe, do you know, it could be a partnership. It could be that you meet this person along the way and it becomes a romantic partnership. But what I'm seeing here is a lot of money. There's a lot of every other card. All these four cards is money. These four cards is money. But above all, this is all about your creativity. There is somebody who wants to give and take with you. There is somebody here that wants this with you. And do you remember what dropped out was the Six of Cups? Somebody from a previous life. For some of you, if you want the romantic message, some of you are going to meet somebody who's going to be your equal, who you can create stability with, who's going to be that partner for you. And it's going to help you to stop with the juggling of what you're doing. Somebody to share the load. Somebody to share the load. But what you've got to do is put down the old way of thinking. Walk away from what doesn't serve you and be the empress that you are. Empresses is always about creativity. Always, if you want to look at it as the collective perspective. You know, I could go deep on this one because sometimes for me, depending on the spread, could mean a lot of things. But this one is primarily about creativity in this deck, in this spread. So that was part one. So let's go on to part two and see where we go from there, okay? I'll be back, collective. So on to pile two now, and like previously in pile one, which was the rose quartz, we're now onto the amethyst. I've pulled some initial messages, oracle messages, one dark, one light, one angel, and one money, finance related. So let's get to it, shall we, for pile two? Who is the amethyst? Okay, so we'll get to the tarot in a moment, but let's see what messages are here for you. So the first card that says, it says loyalty. Now immediately, you know the message I'm getting here for you, collective? Did somebody let you down? And loyalty was everything to you. The second message I'm getting here is, are you being loyal to yourself? Are you making promises to yourself and not keeping them? You have to be loyal to yourself, and you can mirror that back to somebody. But the first message I'm getting here is somebody let you down and you were all about loyalty. And because of that, you just feel very, I don't know what's the word. When I see this card, look at this card, collective. It's the number 15 that makes any significance to you, but it's almost like you've been shattered by what somebody did or circumstances or a situation. That's what that's saying to me. But let's move on from that. That for me is the dark message. Loyalty could have been everything for you, and you were let down. You were let down, and/or you just weren't loyal to yourself. So let's see what the positive message is. I don't want to get into the negative. Let's go to the positive, but they might all relate, you see. So, because, you know, anyway, it says, in prayer, I commune with the universe as my dearest friend. See, immediately that says something to me already. The first thing is, yeah, somebody let you down. The loyalty wasn't there. But spirit is always walking with you. You are never alone. In prayer, I commune with the universe as my dearest friend. Just know you are never alone. I know some of you, and I'm going off topic a little bit, some of you feel like you feel so alone, but you never are. You've just got to recognize it. And yeah, if somebody lets you down, you can always rely on yourself if you keep promises to yourself, of course. So that's the second message, but they do relate. They do relate. Do you know, you will always have a friend walking with you, whether you know it or not. Loyalty to yourself is the best. You know, loyalty to yourself. What is this? And what number is this? This is number 44, protection. 44 plus 4 is 8, the wealth message again, but we're not going down that road because we did that the first pile. But what I'm seeing here is, because these are, it's kind of like this is meant to come out together. It's like, just know that spirit has your back, even if people let you down. But what you not need to do is let yourself down, okay? So let's get another card. I don't want to drag this out, but what's the second? See, adventure. Adventure, and it's the number 55. But if you do 5 plus 5 equals 10. 10 is completions. 10. Do you know what this says to me? I'm looking at this thinking, somebody let you down. Spirit is here to let you know that you are not alone. You are never alone. And 10 is about ending, ending sometimes completions. And what's totally sprung to mind is end of karmic cycles. End of situations for you. You moving on. Wow. That's deep. That's deep. These 3 cards, and they're 3 different decks. But what I'm getting here is that maybe you was let down. I'm getting this thing of let down. Somewhere you were let down. The loyalty wasn't there. Because it says loyalty, but this card is all about, you were expecting loyalty from a situation and you didn't get it. You was expecting trust and you didn't get it. But similarly, you could be doing this to yourself. Do you trust yourself? Do you make promises to yourself and break them? Do you do things over and over again? Well, the Spirit is here to tell you, this is the end. Yes, it says adventure. And adventure is about moving forward, doing things, feeling the fear and doing it anyway, moving on from situations. But just know, Spirit is with you. So let's get a money message. That was deep. That's see. Wow. So here's the money message. This is money in the law of attraction, and it could be about Korean, whatever, but it's another perspective on how you look on money and how you manifest. So anyway, I can give my attention to the positive aspects. See, immediately that's saying to me, stop focusing on the negative, stop feeling that isolation, stop feeling the disloyalty, move forward with this, move forward and know that these cycles are closing. So let's see why this is here. So it says here, things are coming into your experience in response to your vibration. Do you see what I mean? Your vibration is offered because of the thoughts you are thinking, and you can tell by the way you feel what kinds of thoughts you are thinking. Find good feeling thoughts, and good feeling manifestations must follow. Make a decision to look for the best feeling aspects of whatever you must give your attention to, and otherwise look only for good feeling things to give your attention to, and your life will become one of increasingly good feeling aspects. I always say that. I think always look on the bright side of life. But here's the message. Even if you just took this message out with it without even the tarot, you felt some disloyalty. If it's in reference to your environment or whatever, some you felt some disloyalty, some mistrust. Spirit is here to tell you that trust in me, because those cycles are closing. They're completions. You have a mission. You have an adventure to go on. When you see the adventure there, and just know that your vibration dictates what will come into your life. So let's see why this message is here. And like I said previously, this message is for the next 3 months. Some of you felt some disloyalty, but things are changing. But you've got to change your vibration. Big up yourself, collective. This is deep. So let's get a message out and see why this is here. Why is these cards here? Spirit, Holy Angels. Thank you for your guidance, protection, assistance. Guides, beloved ancestors who love us unconditionally, please give me the message. Why is this message here for the collective spirit? As above, so below, so within, so without. Please give us the clarity and understanding we need right now. Thank you, Spirit, and amen. Okay, so the very first card is death and rebirth. Yeah, put the end to something, the end of a cycle, the end of a situation. What else is coming out here? See, you're the boss bitch. You're the boss bitch. The High Priestess is here. The Moon card, your intuition. Stop with the fear. The Five of Cups. I'm going to get one more out. Let's see. The Knight of Pentacles. See, immediately I'm getting a story of you completing cycles. It's coming out again. You're completing cycles. Do you know, putting up those boundaries, going into your positivity, using your intuition and feeling the fear and doing it anyway. There was some regrets about the past. When you see the Five of Cups there was some regret, and it does have you thinking sometimes about what happened in the past. But what I'm getting here is that you're not to fear about this, because disloyalty is going to be replaced with loyalty. But as I always say, you need to close these karmic cycles, in order for new to come in. And this is what this is. Out with the old, in with the new. Because you've leveled up. Again, this is a card of walking in silence. This is what you intuitively know. You intuitively know that you need to put boundaries up for disloyalty. You need to put boundaries up. You know instinctively. Out with the old, in with the new. No more of this taking people's disloyalty, their mistrust. You're using your intuition here. But you see, in this card in particular, it's like you are feeling your way. Water is a lot about feelings, emotions. You're feeling your way here. You're feeling your way, and your way is telling you, your intuition, your gut feeling is telling you, you know what to do. Don't wallow in the regret. Have the positive mindset. And for some of you who are looking for the romantic situation, yes, you had disloyalty in the past, but you've risen your vibrations. And because you've risen your vibrations, even though this is a money message, this is about rising your vibrations to get your manifestations. And using your intuition, putting up those boundaries, not having the disrespect and mistrust and disloyalty. And yes, there was some regret in this situation, but I'm going to tell you right now, there's somebody who's slowly coming towards you. Somebody's slowly coming towards you who when you see this card, it's a man with a plan. It's somebody who may be taking their time, feeling out the situation. But let me tell you something. This person, whoever this is going to be a stable influence. Their message is about stability. Their message is always about the man with the plan. And if you want to look at it in the sense that this is you closing cycles, raising your vibration, using your intuition, not wallowing in regret, but slowly moving forward towards your stability. But for the romantic message, there was some disloyalty in the past. Spirit is telling you you're not alone, even though sometimes we do feel alone. Take that leap of faith, step forward, and raise your vibrations. Because better must come one day. Better must come. Let's have a look at the bottom of the deck before we move on to pile 3. See, look, you may have had that stress and strife. You may have had those sleepless nights. But I'm telling you, better is coming. When I said that man with the plan, here's a King of Cups. The man with the plan. Do you know, this is what you deserve. This is what you need. This is what you're going to get. The Four of Wands, again, is an indication of the twin flame soulmate situation, but it's about a happy situation. And is it with a King of Cups? Is it with a King of Cups? Now, if you're single and you don't believe in the twin flame soulmate situation, do you know, this is just you raising your vibrations to the point where you are happy in your circumstances. You are happy because, do you know, as you could probably guess, I'm into Nichiren Buddhism, and we believe that you should be happy with your circumstances. This is the King of Cups being happy with their circumstances. They're emotionally stable. Do you know, because if we can't be happy in our circumstances, how are we going to raise our vibrations to get better? Be grateful for what you have. And this is what this is about, being grateful for what you have. But for some of you, there is defo somebody coming in. There's defo somebody coming in. For some of you, I'm going to get one more card from the bottom of the deck, Judgment. You don't know how to take this because you're not used to this kind of loyalty, this kind of trust, this kind of love even. You're not used to somebody loving on you just as you are. There's always been conditions. And that's where the disloyalty came in. Because as soon as you didn't meet those conditions, it just meant that the disloyalty, and in turn, promises you made to yourself, you weren't keeping. Big up yourself, collective. We're going to move on to pile 3, so I'll be back, okay? So we're on to the third pile, collective. And as the previous piles, I've actually done some oracle message that might be feeding into what comes out with the tarot, because it has done so far for pile 1 and 2. And this is the tiger's eye, if you didn't know. Okay, this is a stone of, especially masculine protection. So we're going to get into this now. I don't want to delay it any longer, but we're going to get into it. But already I'm getting protection. Why do you need protection? Why did I pick this card for the third pile? This stone for the third pile. But anyway, let's move on. So the very first card, and as I explained previously, I did a positive message. I did a shadow message. Positive, negative. I'm a strong believer in balance. I did an angel message, and I've also done a money message. So, and if it resonates, please let me know. Okay. So anyway, the first card that came out was all about illusions. Look at this card. Now, immediately, I have to go there, collective. I have to go there. Did somebody have you in an illusion? Do you feel that what is going on around you? I mean, first of all, your environment, did you feel like there was nothing, whatever came, it wasn't what it seemed, or somebody wasn't what it seems, or your surroundings wasn't what it seemed? It was a total illusions, but you know what? Illusions burn down, don't they? And this is what the fire is all about. Just of note, this is number 21. If you add the 2 plus 1, it's 3. 3 is an infinity number, and it's one of those numbers. If you don't know about the numbers 3, 6, 9, they're very telling numbers. They're universe numbers, and 3 in particular is one of those numbers, is a twin flame soulmate number. So did somebody have an illusion as a soul tie, first of all? Or is it that's you that's been an illusion? Let's get the next card and maybe it will make sense, okay? So it says here, I feel grounded. I feel safe and grounded. Now, immediately, if you put these two cards together, you may be the grounded one, and somebody or some situation was the total illusion. They had you an illusion, and you was the grounded one the whole time. And you know what I'm seeing here? I'm seeing that somebody tried to sway you. Somebody tried to make you feel unworthy. Somebody tried to make you feel less than. But you were always the grounded one. You was always the safe one. You was always the reliable, stable one. And somebody was just nothing but an illusion. Illusion, perception. They gave you a perception of themselves or gave you a perception of the situation. And it wasn't what it was. Wow. Why is that here? And do you notice the progression here? 3, 2, that's number 22. So that's 21. That's 22. And that's a 3. If you add the 2 plus 1, that's a 3. If you add the 2 plus 2, that's a 4. That's 3 and 4 so far. Wow. What's going on here? I'm getting a lot of these synchronicities today. It might mean something to you. It might resonate with you. I don't know. But the third card I consider to be, although it's a numerology card, I consider them to be angel numbers because they have meanings. Okay. And this says self-discipline. You are the disciplined one, the stable one, the reliable one. And do you notice it's 41? 4 plus 1 is 5, you see? 3, 4, 5. That's a progression. What's going on? That's, again, it's like forward movement. Coming out of an illusion, being that grounded person for yourself, having the self-discipline. Wow. Notice the green, it's money, isn't it? But that's the number 41. 4 plus 1 is 5. Do you see the progression here, collective? That's deep. Do you know, I haven't done this in a long time, and particularly getting out different decks for different meanings. Like I said, this is the dark message, a shadow message. It could be that you could have been an illusion, or you was an illusion to somebody. Somebody saw a perception of you and it wasn't the case. You was more the grounded one, but somebody thought you maybe have been unstable, collective. It could be that, but you are the one with the self-discipline. You had the discipline enough. Because do you notice this character here has got their back to this one? Have you noticed that? You've got whoever collective, is this you with your back to somebody? You're holding a rose. You're holding some kind of flower there, but you've got your back to that because you feel safe and grounded, because you are a safe and grounded person, where somebody was an illusion or somebody gave you the perception of something that they wasn't. But you had the self-discipline to move on. You had the self-discipline. So let's see your money message in all of this, because this could relate. It says here, because this is money and the law of attraction, it says, I am becoming more aware of my feelings about money. And it's the number 23. Oh my God, that's a progression again. We've got 21, 22, and this is 23, but 2 plus 3 is 5. So we've got 3, 4, 5. We've got 2 5s here, 3, 4, 5, 5. But either way, I am becoming more aware of my feelings about money. And it says here, many people protest. Can you see that, collective? Many people protest when we explain the power of telling the story of their finances as they want it to be, rather than as it is, because they believe that they should be factual about what is happening. But if you continue to look at a lack for what is and speak of what is, you will not find the improvement that you desire. If you want to effect substantial change in your life experience, you must think thoughts that feel different as you think them. I always say, ask, believe, action, receive. Sometimes we do need to be an illusion. Don't think what is your situation is now. Think about what you want your situation to be. I am. If you're, for example, you're a waitress, but you want to be a manager. You want to be you want to be that waitress manager. I am a manager. You behave like that manager. You dress like that manager. You do what you need to do to be that manager. And that's you manifesting. That's you manifesting. Yes, sometimes it's about creating illusions about what you want, but either way, I always use the analogy of your home. You want a particular home. You dream about it. You think about it. You feel yourself in that situation. You feel your home. You see the colour of the door. You see what kind of wood's in the landing. You see what kind of stairs you have. You see how many rooms you have. You see what's in those rooms. You visualise that. You go out physically and go visit homes that you feel is what you want. And by doing this, you're putting yourself in the situation of that is mine, rather than an I want it to be. Want it to be is not the same as I am. So think about that, because what I'm seeing here is putting this message aside. What I'm seeing here, there's, it could even be that you need to be in an illusion because you are grounded and you are self-disciplined and you are working towards what you want. If you want to take this as a money message, this is be delusional. In these circumstances, you need to be delusional. You need to visualize what you want. You need to have that burning desire for what you want, because you can still be grounded and stable. Have the self-discipline to actually go for what you want. Visualize. Anyway, I'm going to move on from that. I'm going to see why, because what else I'm seeing here is that somebody had you an illusion in reference to either an environment, a situation, a person, but you were too grounded and too stable for this situation. You had the self-discipline to turn away. Do you see that back to this situation? Do you see the back to this situation? Anyway, let's get a message out and see why this is here, because I could go on like this forever. Sorry, collective. You know, I could talk for England. I could talk about just this card alone. I could talk about. Do you know, I could keep going, but I'm not gonna do that. And by the way, if you didn't notice, I've got all the elements on the table because I'm a strong believer in having balance. Everything for me is about balance. You see, immediately, look, we've got that on the bottom of the deck. This is the Eight of Wands, about forward movement, communication, about coming out of illusions. But why is this here? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, why is the illusion here in particular, Spirit? Because that is a deep message. I know it's a little bit of a dark message, but it's like some of us are in illusion sometimes and we can't see the wood from the trees. We need to be grounded. We need to be, we need to have this self-discipline sometimes. So Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, and yes, I do shuffle these. I don't edit my actual readings at all. If you've been here long enough, you know that I don't edit nothing, and whatever comes out, comes out, and I shuffle while I'm here because I don't edit anything. I may pause the video to do certain things, but I would never, ever. I always shuffle on my read, so just know and understand that. Anyway, let's see why this is here. Why is the illusion here? Why do you need to be disciplined and grounded in this situation? Let's find out. So let's see what the first card is. Yeah, somebody had you an illusion, all right. That's the regret and loss coming out. That's the regret and loss. What else is coming out here? So, do you know what I'm getting here? Perception. Let me get one more. Let me get some more cards out. The Truth Roof. Wow. Then we've got the Hangman. See, I could talk about this all day. One more card. The Eight of Swords. Okay. This is definitely about illusions. This is definitely about you being stable and grounded. You see? The Page of Wands. Somebody wanting to appear to be good news. That's at the bottom of the deck. But here's what we've got here. When I see this, I do see that somebody, if you want to go down the spiritual route of this message, it's almost like you need to come out of illusions to get the happiness you want. You need to move forward. Enough of the sitting and thinking, enough of the waiting. Enough, you've seen enough. Get out of your head. Get out of your head. You've seen enough. Get out your head. But what I'm seeing here as well is that the story that I'm getting here is somebody's now in regret because they had you in an illusion and they couldn't keep up that illusion. You're no longer in the regret of this situation. But what I'm also seeing is somebody could be in regret now because they've realised what they've lost. You never know what you got till it's gone. You were the stable, reliable, grounded one. You could have been this person's ultimate stability, even the situation's stability. Because you were the one with the knowledge, the understanding, the clarity, the truth. You were the truth and light in this situation. This is crazy. And you had to move on from this situation. And this is why the Hangman is here. You may have seen somebody in a different light. You may have seen a different perspective. You took in the whole picture and not just being blindsided. Because some of you are blindsided by this person's illusion. The perception they gave you was so wrong. And you know, if you want to look on the other person's point of view, this person's now in regret because they could have had ultimate stability. Instead, they realised that you've got the clarity and truth you needed and stood back from this person. You're no longer in your head about it. But this person certainly is. This could be about you too. But illusions is a deep thing. You regret not seeing what you saw before. Because I always say this, you can tell a person from the early, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. And we always get blindsided by that. And I tell you what it is. They showed you something and you thought, nah, I like this person, so I'm going to overlook it. They're not going to do that again. They're not going to be the person to do that again, but they do, because this person's showing you who they are. And it's left you in regret and loss. It's left you in that situation. But similarly, it's left that person definitely because they could have had this ultimate stability with you, because you were the truth and light. You was the clarity. You was the one with the knowledge. You see, as a feminine energy, because I know a lot of you, I do talk to are feminine energies. Okay. And as a feminine energy, you're always going to have the knowledge, the intuition, the understanding as to do things in a certain way. You will see all the corners where a lot of the time masculine energies do like go in there like a bull in a china shop. Now, if you're a masculine energy looking at this, okay, it's not necessarily that you are tunnel visioned. Do you know what I mean? It's not necessarily that you are tunnel visioned, but sometimes, do you know, I was talking to somebody yesterday on my TikTok live, and all that kept coming up was the honeymoon is over. The honeymoon is over. Somebody's dropped their guard. They're not the nice person anymore. They're tired of being this nice person, or they're tired of being this person that is putting you first, or they're tired of doing that. But what people don't seem to understand, especially in relationships, that you got to keep it new, you got to keep it fresh. You got to pretend that you was this is person you met on day one. And some people do these things deliberately to have this illusion, to trap you in your mind. And this is what this is about, trapping you in your mind. But instead of that, you married back to them what they were doing to you. By simply turning your back here. By simply turning your back. It's crazy. So what's at the bottom of the deck? You see, let's see. This is, I'm the bottom of the deck, Queen, and it's future energy. So here's what we got for this future energy. Somebody now wants to come in and appear to be good news. And this is what the Page of Wands is always about. The Page of Wands is always about quick movement, forward movement. It's almost like when people do that kind of thing, moving quick, moving fast, wanting to give you good news, it's almost like they're covering up something. But here comes the Judgment. Is there any resurrecting this? Because you see what I mean? I've not seen what's at the bottom of this deck. And look, the Knight of Swords is here. This is somebody who's very tunnel visioned. It's a step up from the page, but here's the Knight. But here's what we've got here is that you've made a judgment in this situation. Do you see the light above your head? This is you making decisions with the use of your intuition, spirit. You're guided and protected here. No more of the illusions. So what does this person want to do? This situation, whatever's going on, they want to rush in like a bull in a china shop. When you see this, it's almost like somebody wanting to rush in. Do you see the wink? It's almost like a wink there. Like, it's like somebody who wants to rush in. They may even want to play mind games when you see that. But here's you. You've risen your vibrations. You've healed. You've risen your vibrations. You've healed. You are, conversing where you should do. You have all the knowledge and kindness and understanding there. You're walking in silence. In all three of these reads, it's the same, where it comes to you rising your vibrations, your boundaries, walking in silence. This has come out twice, and there was another card, the Empress. You sat on your throne, you rose your boundaries are there. But above all, healing from illusions, healing from perceptions, healing from lies. I don't know what you're going to make of this, collective, but this is very different for me, people. I don't usually do it like this, but I just thought I wanted to focus on the collective this time and not necessarily about people you have around you or your environment, or because I'm always saying, well, this person did that and that person did this, but I just wanted to focus on you and just for you to know and understand. And in this case, you finally turned your back on illusions. You've had the discipline to do that. You've turned your back on that illusion. I'm going to show you this one more time. That's ridiculous. Do you see that illusion? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this Pick a card. I haven't done that in a very long time, and I really thoroughly enjoyed that because, I'm not called Valerie's Naturals Oracles for nothing. I love an oracle card, and usually if I'm guided to pick what I need to give to the collective, and they usually resonate and move together. So I hope that made sense to you. Please like, comment, share. Please subscribe, hit the alert bell so you know when I'm going to do another video. And above all, please join me for my next video. Okay? Also, I'm going to say it. Patreon saw this first. Patrons always, when I do videos of a longer length, especially the longer length ones, they're going to see it first. So if you are into seeing things first without adverts, and to be honest, I don't even know if adverts are running on my YouTube at the moment. But if you're into that, please join me on Patreon, and I do exclusives over there. I must admit I have been slacking, but I might do something today actually, do a bonus video. But they're going to see this first. So if you're into all that, please come and join me on Patreon, where I like to hang out. Until next time, collective, take care.